We're back. Oh. All right. I don't know if we were live. Now we're live. I think we're live. But
because I'm late.
We just finished the first day of competition. We just did 3 workouts. It went so good. It was very nice.
It was
very nice.
Very fun.
But we got Scott here from Morning Chalk Up. He's going to do a little interview for like 5 or 10 minutes. He's been around, hanging around all weekend, like interviewing people, watching the competition, hanging out with the community and stuff. So he's got some questions for us. And then, yeah, we'll continue on.
You guys will take it from there.
We'll take it from there.
You guys will do your thing.
Yeah.
It's been fun watching your podcast. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Wait, but first, before we get into it,
it was Justin's idea.
I mean, it was Dallas's. It was Dallas, and then yeah. I'm not going to take credit for that one. But before we just started, I just asked if Scott has met them before. You guys said you guys met in SoCal.
Yes.
And then you bet Daniel.
Yes.
What'd you bet him?
That he could not throw a football 60 yards.
And what happened?
He used AI.
So Daniel was a quarterback in college, has a football background. Obviously, you have the football background.
Played at the same college that Aaron Rodgers played at. No big deal.
No big deal. But,
no big deal.
Yeah. So the question was like, how would you guys be on a team together? And then trash talking commenced and turned into Daniel bragging he could throw a football 60 yards. Like, no big deal. Jason's like, there's no way you can do that.
What'd you guys bet?
$10.
We did $10.
Yeah.
$10.
And
I mean, I'm still not convinced.
Because Grace Ann
he still think it's AI.
Why would I not be?
Wait, why are you not convinced if he did it?
We had a video. Dallas came out there with his
far
camera.
60 yards is?
No. Yeah, I'm just wondering if like
what
if he
was
did
it?
Then...
Yeah.
You saw the video, right?
It was AI. Until I see it with my eyes, or if we're on like a FaceTime and he does it, then sure.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody. I mean, Dallas is very talented.
Anybody can do AI. It's like I have no idea how to do that.
You don't take Justin's word for it?
No, not at all.
Not.
All right, well, let's get into the competition then.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll definitely talk about. I want to know, all the behind the scenes, all the trash talk, everything you guys have been going through this weekend, and we'll get into some details of the comp. But first, like, how has it been sharing a house together, being on different teams?
It's been up and then down and then up and then down for the most part.
More ups for me right now.
Some downs. The downside is knowing we have to come back here and Jason is waiting for us.
Has there been, I've noticed on the competition floor, like, there hasn't been a lot of banter back and forth. Like, the trash talk doesn't happen on the floor necessarily.
No, there's a lot of respect for each other, and we know the boundary. So
sometimes
when we kind of just like empty it on the floor with our team, we don't really want to step over that boundary. We just want to respect each other and high fives. But then once we're cooled down, we can joke about it.
Yeah, I think the fun thing about team though is that, like, obviously we're super competitive, we want to win, but like at the end of the day, it's team. It's not the thing that we do. We're trained year round for. So like we can talk a lot of smack, like going into any workout, like no matter what it is, if it's a good or bad workout, we can just talk, have fun with it, and then we get to go out there and do it. And who knows what happens because none of us do this, but I think it's pretty fun. It's enjoyable. Jason rides the highs and the lows pretty hard though.
Wear my emotions on my sleeve. The real question is why don't y'all do that?
I mean,
cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
Laser focused.
Hey.
Boom.
But they show it off camera. I will say that.
No one likes losing.
I will say that. They do show it off camera.
Yeah. And I think if you're able to trash talk on the floor, you're either not going fast enough or you're just way better than everyone because if you can talk and breathe at the same time.
Yeah. Quite different than, say, a team sport where you're talking trash and
exactly.
Game and
there's just not time for that. And then, when we're on the floor, we're so focused on executing and as individual athletes going to team, like you really got to focus. And I think even the teams that were used to doing team, like you got to focus on the strategy and the game plan with a really high heart rate. So
yeah,
so much communication going on out there
There
on the
is.
floor.
Yeah.
You know, I was peeking around. So I wasn't peeking into the last worm.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, lock in. I had an eye on like the boys because we were right next to them.
Yeah.
But I had like no idea where y'all were. And then we get to the last worm and I'm doing worms. And I know we were about to beat y'all because we have like maybe like 7 reps on y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, something in my mind is like, okay, how many people are gonna come in between us? And I'm like, look at while we're doing the worm,
Trying to count.
who is in around us doing the worm as well.
You're like doing
Yeah. I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, and then I lock and I'm like, okay, I should not be worried about that right now.
I won't lie. I was on the front of the worm, and we went 9-6 on the first set, and we clearly like needed to attempt unbroken or whatever. But Theo's getting into stuff. But
He's getting into my milkshake.
on the 6, we had done 2 reps, and I went to do another rep, and I looked up, and you guys were on the bikes, and I was like, what just happened?
That's how I
like,
felt with the boys.
yeah, like, and they were even faster than you, like
Yeah.
2 reps ahead, maybe.
That was crazy. People, I mean, we thought that we were going to be like maybe one of the only teams doing touch and go. And then
Someone commented Jason was locked in on Down's ass.
But
Nobody
yeah,
looks around more than Jason, I feel like, on the floor.
100%.
Very aware of everything else going on.
It's awareness. It's not. Oh man, where is everybody?
Yeah. Because when I like having a sense of the flow and where everybody's at, and it allows me to dictate my speed off that.
No,
Why would
it's definitely helpful.
Why would I keep going hard? If, like,
I think it
know
can
I'm gonna
definitely be
win or
beneficial.
lose?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, like I look around and I'm very aware of where everyone's at, but I feel like I don't need to be like,
You can give it a glance.
you know, you can just
Like-
kind of like take a look. He'll be like biking and then just like looking like the whole time. Like, dude, you just gotta like take a look and back.
Tell me what else I need to be looking at. Like I could peek one time, see my speed, and I could be looking around elsewhere.
It's just different, you know.
I'll
You
give
got
it to you. I'll give it to
everyone.
you.
Everyone has their thing.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
But yeah,
Not as subtle.
no,
Yeah.
no.
All right,
But-
next time I'll just be like this.
Get good at the side
Keep it
eye.
over there.
Theo's the king of the side eye.
Yeah.
So getting into the events today, there was an appeal on one of the events I heard.
There
There
was an appeal.
Second event on the sand.
Yep. there
Yeah.
was.
It's a
Before we actually get to the appeal, the race to the finish was pretty epic.
I absolutely ate it.
I know. I was
What
right behind
happened?
You and
So I heard you. When did you fall?
I fell when I had to jump over and run.
So you like went to jump over the blocks and kick the blocks?
Yeah.
Did you fall like you were on the ground or like
I
hands
don't
and
even-
knees or a trip? Or...
I don't even know because it happened so fast, but people are saying I face planted.
it was incredibly
Like,
athletic.
was he laying on the ground?
He face
But
planted.
then there was like this aspect of like it's in the sand, so I'm feeling like I'm sinking. So I like when I can't really press
Yeah.
out because I'm like it's going deeper. So I felt like helpless, and then I see Willie going off, and I'm like, no. And I'm
Did you
like-
see him like in front of you? Then you caught up to him?
I think that's why I tripped because I knew we were in a race.
Yeah.
And on my final burpee, we jump over, and I think I look at y'all.
Well, I feel like we made eye contact because like I looked over
I'm, like,
and I was
seeing-
like, oh no, like we are exactly in sync right
Yeah, so I
now.
think I
And
get, I get done. I'm like, okay, are we in a race for me to have to like sprint this? And I think I kind of jump without with looking over there. And I
Oh, he was
absolutely
looking.
just ate it.
Oh, he was looking surprise, surprise.
First time that, you know.
I know I was doing the burpees and I was like on the last one, I was like, Willie, sprint.
Well, I didn't even know if it was like first person or last person across the
No,
finish
I
line.
knew it was last person and I was yelling
And
at
I-
Willie because I
yeah.
like he was the one that was dictating our pace for the burpees. So I knew he was going to be the one that was going to be like the hardest to sprint.
Yeah. It would
And
it would
I
make
was like-
sense. It would make sense for the last person.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
I think they should do chip timers, and it should just be on one person, and that's part of the strategy. It's like where that person ends up at the end of
Yeah.
the workout, and just let them run. That's what
That would be good. Because so what happened with our confusion in that workout was it was a close race. They told us that the last person across is your time. And we're doing the last burpees. I knew we were in a close race. Me and Dallin sprint. Willie's coming from behind. Me and Dallin sprint across, and I look back, and it's just like freaking Jason and Willie sprinting across. And I'm like, I'd put a lot of money that Willie crossed first. I remember seeing it. And when we went back and looked on the live stream, I think Willie crossed. I think y'all need to go back and watch the live stream and then comment if you think Willie or Jason went by first. But if anything, I think you could argue that because what happens is it's when your foot touches the turf first. That's when the time like stops for the workout. And I think you make an argument that you guys touch at the same time. But if that's the case, then we should get the tie break. Because what happens is it goes to the
my argument is that that I beat him because
you did not beat him. You maybe tied him, and then if the score sheet says that you guys were first, it's like your judge stopped it earlier than our judge. But if you go back and watch,
we did go back.
I think you're blind. I have glasses and I cannot see well, and it was clear as day.
I don't know if they know what happened, but this is what happened. They appealed. I appealed their appeal.
Well,
which is illegal.
No, which is illegal because you have one.
Guess who texted Dylan Malitsky, and he's figuring it out.
Yeah, we're figuring this out right now.
Against the rule, the appeal ends 1 hour after scores have been submitted. We submitted with 30 seconds left, and unless I'm missing a rule, Dylan Malitsky is on it, and we will keep you updated.
Yeah, so Jason went back at like 8:30 p.m., like 4 hours out, and appealed again, and they somehow gave it to him. What did you say?
I showed them the evidence.
No,
which is an illegal appeal.
And we showed them the evidence, and they said that we were right. And
we showed them the same thing.
We showed the same thing, and then when we showed them, they said we were right.
I showed up at 7 when we all showed up, and I went straight to her, and she said we will discuss this after the event.
That's crazy because it literally in the rule book says that it's 1 hour after each event.
But I should be able to appeal your appeal. Like, let's say I don't know that you appealed something.
Well, we didn't appeal against you. We appealed our own time.
Yeah.
So originally, the score was put in. Your team, the PJs, won by 0.07, so 7/100ths of a second.
Correct.
Then we appealed.
The appeal went through, and it showed GOWOD by 2/100ths of a second.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
where it's at now,
then somehow after the appeal was supposed to be over, it got switched.
Because I appealed the appeal.
Which shouldn't even be allowed because you didn't do it within the hour. Anyways, I'm heated about it. We should have.
I want it to be fair.
Because not following the rules is fair.
All right. Yeah. So, anyways, this is the problem that we've ran into staying in the same house and not being on the same team.
We're trying to stay really chill, and
Yeah.
we're gonna come out of this week friends. The podcast is gonna keep going.
Yeah.
We might just need it. We may
might
take
need
a week off.
Might need a week off. Let tensions cool down a little bit.
Well,
No, we're good.
let's
I
be honest.
really hope.
Let's be honest. Are any of us going to win anyway?
Yeah. The boys come out with a third, second, and a first or something.
No,
And
they went third, first.
Oh yeah, and Mayhem's in second.
And Mayhem's in second.
Yeah. And Jorge looked at me before we walked out on the floor. He's like, "Go touch and go." I said, "We are," and he did all singles and took fourth in the workout.
I know. I remember listening to their podcast after last year because there was a worm workout and I was on Team GOWOD and we did touch and go. And I think we were the only team that did touch and go in that workout. And we got second in that workout. So it worked out well. But the team that beat us was Mayhem and they did do all singles.
And that was a lot. That was a lot of reps.
It was a lot of reps.
Swim one, right?
Yeah, it was the swim one from last year.
Remember Ricky? We put him in the front like 3 rounds in a row.
Ricky, not you, either of you two.
Ricky's a great swimmer, and we didn't acknowledge how much harder the front of the worm is.
I had no idea until that workout.
Yeah, and we buried Ricky. He was slobbering, and me and Ricky are doing burpees, and I'm waiting for him. He's just laying on the floor.
I remember taking the last 10 reps and being done. I'm like, Ricky, you did all those.
Yeah, he's the 40 and 30. You did the 10.
If you guys don't know and have never done worm workouts,
Ricky
for
is
one,
so
They're so hard,
just
but
does-
being
he
in the
just does
front
it.
is gnarly.
Crazy.
It's way harder.
Why though?
I think it's like, I mean, the middle is obviously easier because you have two people on either side of you, like helping hold the worm.
Yeah.
But I think like when you're in the back, the like dangly part of the worm's behind you.
Mm.
Whereas when you're in the front, obviously it's in front of you. And I think it just like pulls you around a little bit more.
That makes sense.
It feels
I
so
mean,
much heavier.
Yeah, dude. I remember my first worm workout. I did it with Adam. And it was only like 2 weeks after I like met him. And Invictus was going to the games, and there was a girl, Reagan Huckabee, that was on the team that year. I think they ended up getting second at the games that season in 2019. But she needed to train for the like worm. So me, Adam, her, and then Jess Core from that was on like Adam's games teams all did this worm workout, and it was 21:59, worm clean and jerks, thrusters, and burpees over worm. And then after each round, it was a 200-meter run with the worm. And that was my first worm
Gosh.
workout. I was like, it was so bad, like so bad. And yeah, I told myself I'd never do team again, but here we are
Here we are.
doing the worm.
We are.
And you got one more worm workout tomorrow.
Yes.
correct?
It's just lunges though. Just
Yeah.
lunges.
Yeah.
Should
How
be
far
easy.
is it? Do you know?
150 feet.
150
feet.
He doesn't even know the workouts.
I had to make sure it was a 20 cal bike. I mean, I was pretty sure, but I was like,
I mean, we
should
don't.
double
I mean,
check.
I think Dallin's going to be able to hold whatever pace me and Willie are holding. So I don't think Dallin.
bike. Or what did you bike?
I was like around 80.
Me too. I was like 78, 79. That's close to 80.
Why'd y'all take seventh then?
Because
like Kelly
our
Turner
worm
speed.
was not that fast,
Yeah.
and we struggled on the handstand walk.
You guys passed us on the hands. Well, you guys were already ahead of us, but you gained.
We
even more.
lost time on the handstand walk.
Yeah.
Just need a handstand walk faster.
Did you guys before this have opportunity to practice any of the workouts together?
Jason, why don't you answer
Yeah.
that?
I know you went up to
we
Canada.
had opportunity.
You didn't.
I went to Montreal and we didn't practice any of the. We did practice like implements
Yeah,
every workout.
Did
but
you
we
guys
never
do
did the actual workout.
15 clean and jerks with the worm for time or anything like that? Like, what'd you guys do?
We did 10.
You did 10?
Yeah, we were like, all right, let's go unbroken.
Did you guys went unbroken both rounds
No, we went 8 and 7.
on round one?
Let's do.
Let's do unbroken and then 8-7.
But in Montreal, we did 10 unbroken, and we're like, all right, let's do 15 on game day.
Did you plan on doing 15 unbroken at the end and then decided to do 8-7?
We were planning on like dictating it like around what was happening.
Yeah.
And we knew that there was no way to catch the boys. And so we also had a lot of time on whoever was we came in third and fourth place. We had some more. We were like in a weird spot.
Yeah.
So we had margin and we just said like 8 and 7.
Going into like before you guys even started that
Yeah, we were
set.
like 8-7.
I think we did 9-6 and on the last round we just did 6-5-4, which we should have done bigger sets.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
Honestly, I felt worse on the first set
yeah.
than the second one.
Yeah. No, I felt
I mean,
really good.
Yeah, we split it up more, but like I should have been more fatigued. But
Yeah. No salt. I mean,
that was a fun workout.
it was.
a
I mean, we executed it like our plan. We executed like perfectly. Just our plan was a little slow.
Yeah.
Like
I would say
I didn't think
sometimes-
that many teams
sometimes
would
it be
be
like
able to
that.
do touch and go that quick. So,
Sometimes it
yeah,
be like-
Yeah.
things are changing. Yeah, if you got to be holding on to sets of 15 with the worm.
yeah. Well-
In a shorter workout like that, just means things are changing. But
Well, dude, I mean, I had that like awakening this past year at the games. Like, obviously, my running's been like a struggle recently, and I've finally been able to like run again, and it feels great, and I've made tons of progress. But like last year going to games, like, dude, if I could run like a 5:30 mile, like I haven't really done any running programs for like 2 years, I'd be super happy with that. Like that'd be like really impressive. I think it's only like 15 seconds off like my best mile. I was like, that'd be awesome. And I was like, if I could do that, like I'd be probably like maybe like around 20th, I don't know, somewhere in the 20s. And I ran like a 5:32 and like almost got lapped by Ricky. Like it was crazy to see that. And then like even like I mean Ricky specifically to then go back out and like he got like top 5 in the clean, didn't he? Or like
Yeah.
he was in that
Yeah, he
final
was in
the
the
final
final.
round, at least top 10, but like a guy to run like a 4:30 something mile
Yeah.
and then go out there and clean 365 or 55 or whatever he ended up hitting was like nuts. And then the whole field being like, hey, like if you wanted to have a competitive time, you had to go sub 5:10, which I thought was like super impressive for where CrossFit's at. Because I feel like if you did that 3 or 4 years ago at the games,
You win.
yeah, like that's crazy.
We were on the outskirts of 5:10.
Yeah, me and Jason. Yeah, yesterday we were talking about James and like the strength and like the groupings. Me and
Yeah.
Jason fell on the wrong side of the grouping. We were within a second or two of everyone on the wrong side.
of it. Who beat who?
I followed him in. That was like the 4th event in a row that I followed him in. Like over and over.
Did you
and
find that out
over.
after the competition, or was he letting you know the whole time?
No,
I
he-
watched him.
he knew.
I was just like, that's why I was like 3 seconds faster. I was trying to grab it.
Oh,
Hold me along.
dude, it'd be crazy to see what Ricky would have ran if he was in a race with somebody.
He just like I remember him talking about it. He just kind of like backed off because he just like looked around. And
Dude, his start was just crazy.
I was like, oh, he's blown up, like for sure.
I didn't think that. I knew he was gonna hold that.
I didn't think.
I mean, he ran like a 4:52, I think, or something like that, and was chilling. And then,
Oh,
do
I don't
you
think he-
remember the last sprint down the field?
yeah,
He turned it on. and he
yeah,
30 yards past like 5 people.
yeah. I was in the back. on that. But yeah,
That was awesome.
I took my medicine on that workout, but it was really impressive to see.
Definitely gifted for sure.
You
But
put in a lot of work recently on your running.
yeah, no, I just did like an 8-week running program. I did to kind of work on like the 5K. I feel like that was kind of the mark that I worked on first. And it was like the first time that I had 8 weeks of like consistent running, which was awesome. And I think I shaved from the start to the end like a minute 15. Yeah, like a minute 15 off my 5K, which I was like stoked about. Like in 8 weeks to get that much improvement, I was like pumped, and it felt like good because like I'm at you guys, like training's obviously when you're training for competition, like it's rough. You do so many things over and over and over again, and for me, it was like something different. Like I haven't done like a running program in so long. Like I don't know about you guys, if you guys like try to like stick to something, like doing like, all right, I'm gonna focus on muscle ups for the next like couple months, or like biking or whatever it is. It's kind of like nice to like. We've been doing it for so long now, like the improvements that we see are always so small, but like when you get to like specialize in something and then like put like 8 weeks of like focus into it,
Right.
you can really like move the needle. Cause like
Yeah.
our specialty is not specializing.
Yeah,
You know?
I like to do like for me, it's been running lately, but you could even do it with biking. But for running, I like to I like track and all of these things, and I'm obsessed with that sport
Yeah.
that we take part of and put it into our sport.
Yeah.
And it just changes it up, and it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm training CrossFit all the time, but I can do something different and it just mixes it up.
Yeah. Have you always been a good runner, Jason?
I mean, first of all, I'm like average runner.
I feel like you're a good runner. No?
Good runner.
Have you always been more of a sprinter?
When I was lighter, when I played football, I was,
What'd you
kinda
play
lost-
football
kinda
at?
lost
Like
it.
what weight?
200.
200?
Yeah.
And then when you started doing CrossFit, you just like
Got big.
just
Yeah.
got I wouldn't say big.
Everyone's commenting that how my legs look 2 times the size of yours.
I know. He's got catcher legs, and they fill up with lactase.
What's crazy that you squatted 500, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I saw
No
that.
idea.
I was like, wow. Have you always have like, was that like a huge PR? What was your PR before that?
455.
Wow.
What, how
I was on
many,
that- I was on the Amy program.
many times have you hit something over 455? Like your PR was 455 and you hit 500, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you hit anything over 455 since?
Oh, cents.
Well, like,
No,
yeah,
I wouldn't say
you know what I mean?
I've hit anything over 455 cents.
If you had a, like a max back squat this weekend, would you go for 500?
No chance. I think I'd hit 475.
Solid.
You've hit 500.
I did a
Easily,
powerlifting
easily.
meet
Yeah,
and I hit 512.
Yeah.
512, and then I pulled 600 and then benched 305.
It took a lot of training to hit 500.
Yeah, it was good. I pulled sumo though in the comp, which was just like fun. I was like, I don't know when I'm ever gonna be able to pull sumo. And like at the time, they were both really close.
Yeah.
And then like kind of went sumo, and it was like super fun. Adam actually did a competition at his gym where he programmed the CFE championship, and he programmed max sumo deadlift as like one of the events,
that's cool.
sick.
which is cool. I thought a sick workout would be for like a team competition. So Dylan, if you're out there, or anybody that does teams of 3 competition, to do like a powerlifting total
Mhm.
between
Like,
3 squat, bench, dead.
Yeah, but so
choose.
Everyone
That's it.
picks one.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you.
That would be
That'd be cool.
sick.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm also really biased because we have Willie.
Yeah.
I was like thinking about it. I was like trying to think of what we would do. Willie, his deadlift, I think, is like 675.
I was gonna say it's almost 700 pounds.
What's
I
his
think
bench
he's
press?
almost, they're all like 100 pounds. Like I think he deadlifts 675, back squat 575, and is like benched like 375,
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
which is crazy.
There
I
should
think
be,
if
there
we
should
did
be,
it-
so then it would be,
there should be no rule about like how many times you can use someone. You just like,
Yeah, I know. Does
You
Willie
just-
do all of them?
Yeah.
But I think if we did it, it would be Willie deadlift, me squat, you bench.
that's crazy that I'm on a bench. But
Yeah.
I guess our bench would be similar.
No, I bet you'd bench more than me. Look, how much you getting bench?
I've only ever benched
No, I think
292.
he should squat.
And what
I-
I do, bench?
No, you deadlift and then Willie benches.
I know, but who else is pulling 675?
Yeah, Willie could.
He would have
Willie could get
100 pounds on people, whereas
Yeah.
on bench, like what? You get 340.
Okay, then you squat then.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said you pulled and then he benched. So
'Cause
he benches,
I would.
You
have to
pull.
bench.
I squat.
you squat, Willie pulls.
Like
Yeah.
maybe we lose
Y'all
20
would
pounds
lose.
on.
Yeah, 'cause,
20
like when I did
no,
the
no, we lose
total, when
20
I did the
pounds on
CrossFit
bench.
total in 2020,
Yeah.
I like did good, but I squatted 480, and then I deadlifted like 540 or 550, and then I strict pressed like 170.
That's
Our-
crazy.
Carrie Pierce was what, 5
Thank you, Jesse.
pounds?
Dude, I know.
Right?
It was crazy.
I
would,
laughed.
I
at
would,
you.
I would love that.
But like even like on strict press, I mean, I definitely was like not good at strict press, but like the best strict pressers get like 210, 215. So it's really on like 30 or 40 pounds. But on like a deadlift or squat,
Yeah.
you easily make that back on somebody if you have like a good pull. Like Willie, like he squats 575. Who's getting within like 50 pounds of him? You know, like nobody.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought that'd be fun.
That would be
Nick
cool.
Matthew.
Huh?
Nick Matthew.
Yeah, I mean Nick Matthew. He's strong boy.
Yeah.
Phil Toon.
Phil Toon is
I haven't
very,
heard that
very
name in a
strong.
while. I remember watching him a while after he
You should,
stopped competing in CrossFit.
You should go check it out.
Now, I remember like even like the short time after, I was like, oh wow, he's like just embracing it. Like,
He did a 700-pound squat double.
holy smokes!
Unless it was 600, I could be, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It doesn't
by 100 pounds.
because I can't
But-
remember.
but
It doesn't matter.
either
it
of
was so
those.
fast. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't move 225 that strong, like smoothly.
It's crazy. I always like look at like NFL players and stuff when they post like their like Jalen Hurts and Saquon.
Barkley, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, if they did our sport, like I like,
It would be like Gee.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, Gee's insane, man. There's only a few people. I'm sorry, Jason, but there's only like, I say there's 3 people that I've seen in CrossFit where I'm like, if you had no idea anything about CrossFit and you saw these 3 guys, you'd be like, they're a professional athlete in something, you know? And it's Dallin, I'd say Sam Dancer, and Gee. Like the 3 guys we see me like, oh my Lord.
He's got a big old back.
Yeah, dude, he took off his shirt to get in the sauna. I'm like, dude, you're so wide. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Well, so if you saw Dallin, what do you think he plays? Like he's like a linebacker.
The back squat was
I don't know.
700 pounds. Everybody.
He's like a linebacker. Okay, hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Boss.
Boss.
All that. That's crazy. I think we
Wow.
should preference like not hating. Phil Toon did pop for banned substances, and that's why he's not competing. But
Yeah. But now he's in powerlifting, which non-tested meets allow it. So go squat 700 pounds.
it's crazy.
As long as it's allowed.
Yeah, that's wild. But
Coming back to
Anyways.
Adam, how
Yeah.
has it been having him here with you and having a coach for you guys?
Well, I always freaking talk up Adam. So how's it been for you?
I talk with Matt and we're like discussing some of these workouts and in training and like how we're going to come up with pieces, and we can come up with individual pieces and like how to train it. And then we're like, and when we get there, we'll talk with Adam. Like Matt.
Yeah.
He's the team guy.
Yeah, he's the team. He's got as much experience as anyone, and like Matt and I are both like very okay with just turning to Adam a little bit and letting him think it through. I know Matt and Adam have been discussing things like in terms of where we think strengths are and that type of thing, and then coming together and coming up with a game plan. But like when it comes to the worm and different synchronized movements, he knows what he's doing.
And like,
Shout out, Adam.
also shout out to Matt too, because I think like honestly for me, like one of the best qualities that Adam has is like he's willing to like admit when there's someone else that has better expertise in the area than him, and he's like all for it, like learning opportunity, like dude, like go learn from this person because like obviously they're better. And like that's why like we have Jesse on the team now, you know, and like things like that. We're able to like work with so many different people, go to different training camps, and like you get all these different perspectives. And like you guys, I mean, you guys have said that like I'm good at GHDs. You know, I've been good at JHD workouts. I've never used to be good, but in 2020, like after I got third, I got invited to a lot of places. I went to CrossFit Mayhem, did some GHDs with Rich Froning. We did like a partner workout, and he had the GHD like set up differently than how I normally did it. And I was like, well, I don't have time to change it. So then I did them that way. And I was like, oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
And then ever since, like I've been really good at them. And you pick up on
Shout
those
out,
little
Rich.
things.
Shout out to GOWOD.
Yeah, I know. So like it's
Some of the greatest of all time.
Tia Claire Toomey.
that's the undisputed. No. But yeah, I think like just like learning different things like that super important. And I don't think every coach out there is like that. And it's pretty cool to be able to like go train with different people, because I've picked up on so many different things. Go spend a weekend training with someone new and you get one thing out of it. Money.
It's enough.
Another
Yeah,
update.
training with Ellie Turner.
Another
The
update.
Ellie Turner.
It's been 804-pound back squat.
That is
That's wild.
absurd.
Okay, we're done there.
Okay, we're done there.
My gosh.
That's
Hey,
insane.
sorry, just talking about like big lifts. I'm going to the Arnold in like a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
And like Halfdoor's been like, he's been talking that he's going to break the deadlift world record.
Oh yeah, he has been.
Like, I don't know if
hyping
you've
that
seen
up.
him
What
on
is
social
it,
media.
1100
and 4 pounds
4 pounds. Because it's
or 1103. So I guess what
is
happened,
it
I think,
500 kilos or like right around that,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. So like Eddie Hall has, I guess, like, I think there's a bunch of debated this in the powerlifting or in like the strongman community, but I don't really know it precisely. But like Eddie Hall pulled it in like a meet. So Eddie Hall technically has like the official heaviest deadlift ever. But during COVID, Thor at his own gym brought in a certified judge, and he had all the weights weighed and certified and then did it, but it wasn't at
Like a meat.
like a meet. And he pulled more than Eddie, but then so there's a lot of debate on like who actually has the biggest deadlift.
Yeah.
About to find out.
My one
But-
regret when I went to Iceland was not stopping by his gym.
I like if I go to Iceland, like that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I bought his jersey, and I'm
That's-
like carry it with me because the next time I see him, I'm gonna have him sign it. He is one of the people that like. I mean, I know I just talked about like you and Sam and Guy, but like I can't even explain to anybody that hasn't met him how crazy it is to meet him. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's so tall. When he's
So
competing, he's
big.
440 pounds. I remember watching like a Joe
And
Rogan
that's like
episode.
a lean 440.
Yeah, like he has
Shredded.
abs. He has abs. And then if you saw him cut down for his boxing match, he was 315 and just like he looked skinny almost. And he's 315 with abs. Like it was crazy, dude.
So big.
He's one of the people that you just like meet and you're just like, this does not like he's so
He
wide.
towers at Rogue. He towers over all the other strongmen.
Everybody.
And those guys are huge. Like the Stoltman brothers,
Yeah.
massive dudes.
Yeah.
And he's like a whole 4, 5, 6 inches.
Him and Brian Shaw are just like crazy. I think Thor's going to be
What do you-
here this
what do you
week.
think it'd be like?
Rumor has
What if he was
it,
playing football?
maybe you guys should stop by the rain booth tomorrow.
He's going to be there. I hope so. Because he's coming this week.
I heard something about that.
Yeah. Thor
y'all-
might be
what do
there,
y'all
and if
think
he
of
is,
Thor
I'm
playing
gonna be there
football?
waiting in line to see him again.
Thor playing football.
Thor
Obviously,
playing
he
football?
wouldn't obviously be.
He'd be
on-
like the
on-
greatest left tackle of all time, bro. Imagine like him, like Brian Shaw and like the Stoltman brothers, like as your O line.
You wouldn't be able to throw over them.
No, yeah, for real. Kyler Murray back there.
I wonder if they thought about it.
I don't know. They would have made a lot more money.
Didn't-
There's so
I
much
mean,
more
maybe.
money.
I mean, I don't know. He's in
They
Game of
wouldn't be-
Thrones.
They wouldn't be that jacked.
He's
though.
in Game of Thrones.
His nickname is the Mountain. I think he's made it. He's
I've never even seen Game of Thrones, so
that's crazy. I mean, honestly, I didn't watch it until 2020, but it's pretty cool.
I didn't watch it till 2022.
I know he's in it though.
I
Is he a
think
bo-
it's
is he
the
a body-
greatest
Is he a
TV
bodyguard?
series
Is he a
ever.
bodyguard?
Kinda. Yeah.
That's cool. I'll
It's
think
the
of it.
greatest TV series.
He ends up getting like zombie-ish by the end.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's just like a crazy guy with a sword by the end of it.
Kills people.
Yeah. But
You actually see him like fight on the show.
He has like one very specific one that's like
Epic.
that episode is about him pretty much.
it's crazy. He's in it for like a lot of it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. But all right. So yeah, that's the end of day one of competition. I thought that we had 2 wins and Jason only had 1, but we are in a gray area right now.
2-1 against these dudes.
It's just you, not your team.
You said y'all. I'm saying in the room.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like
The team
us,
hasn't-
like the team
has-
GOWOD.
The team hasn't won at all.
How is the
Neither have-
camaraderie?
Neither of us have won.
Do they ever talk in French? And you're like, hey guys, talk in English, please.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave.
I saw him today. Talking
What did
English.
Willie
Have they
say
taught you anything?
today? He's like, he like when he talks, like he's still not great at English. I mean, he can talk in English just fine, but in his mind, he still like kind of says it in French and then like translates it. So then he like did a translation. He's like,
Was it about the handstand one?
yeah, he's like, it was something like, I shit on my hands. Like, like he translated it, and like that's how he like said it in English. He's like, in French, it makes like much more sense. And Tebow's like, it does.
But like it would have taken like I'm,
yeah,
but it was like he's actively shitting on his
he's
hands.
like, I shit on my
Turn it into a verb.
yeah, it was really funny. But
No,
oh,
they
man, I
haven't-
love
They
Willie.
haven't taught me anything. They said something in French, and I forgot what it was, but it was like,
We?
have faith.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, I like
Can you
that.
try to remember it and just say it?
Can you
No,
wing
Just,
it? Just come up with something.
yeah, just come up with something.
If you
act confident
you
right now.
had to figure out how to say whatever you believe or whatever in French, what would you?
Well, just
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
just say
off the-
something.
off-
Yeah,
off-
yeah, off the top of the
Yeah,
dome.
you get to make it up right now. But it has to sound French.
go to the poo.
Someone please translate that if that's something. That would be so good.
Somebody in French tell us what French word that's closest to.
I don't even know what I just said. All right, I think I said go to the poo. Translate that.
Oh, that was good. But all right, we got to wrap this thing up. But tomorrow we got 3 more workouts, so we're halfway through. Is the official leaderboard they're 3rd and we're 4th?
Yeah.
So,
And if it switches, we'll be tied.
and if it switches, we'll be tied. So right now they're
It's not gonna-
one
it's not gonna
spot.
switch back after it switched twice already.
Yes, it is.
Dylan is
We're
looking
getting it.
into the situation.
I can't believe y'all went to the highest person.
Just got a
That's-
one.
100%.
That's so petty, bro.
I'm about
I
to
file an
throw-
appeal. He files an appeal.
But tomorrow
if you talk to Dylan, I'm gonna talk to Dylan.
that's true.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Well, the first workout tomorrow is the 1
I
up to
just think this is
10
petty.
of rope climbs and cleans. I'm moving on. They're
not
gonna
that
be
serious, bro.
talking about this all night.
Team comp, bro.
Yeah, and you went back 4 hours later. It's not that important.
I just wanted to one up you.
Yeah, that's why we appealed. It's in the first place.
No,
Guys,
'cause I
we're
came-
live right now.
Because I came in and y'all were fuming about the situation, and then I was like, I'm gonna try to make this so much worse.
And then I saw you saying, but in collegiate football, there's undisputed evidence and all this. And you're talking to the appeals lady. I'm like, I'm gonna text Dylan.
Which is true. I did bring football into this.
Yeah.
What did you say?
It was indisputable evidence. The video is blurry. It clearly looks like I have my toe on the line. And if it's not clear to them, then it should just go back to the original score, what your judge had. It's literally not clear.
It was
at all.
clear enough for them to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when she brought it up, this is what happened. She said, you show me your videos, I'll show you mine. She showed me a picture, and it was Willie's foot over the turf, okay, further than mine, and they were going off that. They haven't even watched the live stream.
Okay.
So
Well, that picture.
y'all were telling me it was based on a live stream,
Well, that's what we submitted.
but they said this is the picture that we're going off of. It looks like he's going to touch first because
I do have to say we never sent them a picture. We sent them
The live stream.
the link to the live stream.
Yeah, but they took everything they had and took it into account.
No, I'm just saying that wasn't.
We're gonna go back and have Dallas or Carlos freaking show if they
Okay, well,
had
I
it.
said.
Also,
By the way, they weren't very clear. They didn't even know.
It's fine. We're gonna
what the
just
standard
whip you
was
guys
because
tomorrow, and
they
it's not even
said,
gonna
We
matter.
don't know if it's touch or just have it over.
yeah, they don't know that, and they didn't know if it was the turf or if it was the white line.
If it was the white line,
I ran all
we
the way
have
to the
like
gate.
I know. I just ran all the way through. I had no idea.
Hey, if it was the white line, y'all
We
win.
need
Yeah.
I stopped.
I know. But anyways,
Oh,
we're
man.
starting tomorrow with the 1 up to 10 rope climbs, box jump over, and
feel about that?
cleans. I feel really good
I
about that
watched-
one.
Willie, well, Justin, I saw a video, I think, of Willie doing a set of 10 touch and go power cleans at 255, and he just muscled them. So I feel pretty good.
Dude, it was crazy. We
Yeah,
we literally on Thursday we go to the gym and like you guys are doing reps ahead. So we just did like some partner stuff just to like practice and then down and bounce. And I'm like, I want to do like a little workout to kind of like shake out the travel. So we did that. And then Willie's like, oh, I want to grab a barbell really quick. I'm like, all right, like let's build up to like the overhead squat weights. We'll just do like I wanted to do I did 8, 6, 5 at like the 3 weights. So like we go through, we hit that, like obviously finish at 275. He's like, hey, want to just like take off the 10s really quick and then do a set of 10 at 255? And I was like, just like he said it so casually where I was just like, is that like, I came back and I was like, hey, Dallin, if I told you to do a set of 10 at 255, would you have to think about it?
Like, yeah, I'd probably pause. Like,
Yeah.
On like the 7th, 8th rep, go here and
Yeah. Like I could do 10 at 255, but like, it's not an easy 10,
No.
you know? And he just like went down and just like, boop, boop, and then dropped it. And he's like, yeah, no, like if I didn't do another set of like quick set of 5, I'd be like, no problem. And I was like, you're crazy. So he's going to be our guy on the clean. I don't feel like we need to hide that strategy at all.
Did you know on that event that he had dropped it and you had an opportunity?
Yeah. So on the overhead squats, I was like, I feel pretty good about overhead squats. I have a good overhead position and I'm a good squatter. So on 205, we grabbed it and I started getting, I got in like a really good groove and started like, feel like I was, was like moving pretty quick. I was like, all right, like I'm fired up about this 275. Like I'm gonna get this thing. So like we go, I feel like we're moving at a good spot. I could tell that we weren't in first. I clean it, jerk it, and I knew that they were like pretty far in front. So we didn't really have a shot. So I was like kind of just like being like consistent on my overhead squats. And then I heard them drop it at 9. And I heard the announcer say it. And I was like, oh no, I'm at 4. But like I know they have to transition in and out, re-clean it, put it overhead and squat it. I was like, I might have a chance. Then I try to pick it up. And then on reps like 8, 9, 10, I just got like wobbly because I was rushing it and I wasn't able to get them. But I heard it was a lot closer than I thought. I think if I had them in front of me, it would have been a little bit different because I would have known the race like specifically. But yeah, it was good. It was cool to be in like a fun race like that.
Yeah, there was an advantage there being in the back
Yeah.
row because you could see the teams in front of you.
Yeah. I was doing overhead squats just staring at Jason. I saw a video and my
Oh,
squats
my
were so much faster than Jason's.
Your
I did
cycle
see
speed.
that
Oh,
video.
yeah.
I was like,
on the echo bike. So
Is that just like your mic
I
drop?
was
Like,
watching.
okay, bro, so let's get on the echo
I
bike
was
then.
watching my handles. I was like, why am I going like 3? Like, why is my hand just going back and forth like 5 times faster than yours?
On the echo bike? I mean, you guys, we were talking earlier and I was naming old open workout times of yours.
That's weird.
It's not weird.
the king of the sandbag.
King of the sandbag.
2 titles.
Anyway, so what's the second workout tomorrow? Do we remember the order?
It's the 3-3-3-4.
The 3-3-3-4, and then we wrap
That one's
up.
gonna suck.
Yeah, that one's gonna
hurt.
be real hard. And then we wrap up with which one? What's the final
The-
workout?
Wall ball, toe to bar,
Yeah.
lunge.
Lunge.
That's a
Wall
good.
ball
That's a good
shots.
final workout.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Shots.
It'll be fun to see like
Ping pong wall balls.
Shots.
Ping pong wall ball shots.
the lunge is just one length, right?
No.
No?
They're back. No.
Oh.
Down, back, down.
Oh yeah, huh? That'll be good. That'll be cool. Seeing a
Oh,
race.
yeah.
I'll be staring at you, Jason,
Behind.
at the finish line, watching.
Do you want to bet? I want your house.
So you want Teddy?
Losers got to get in the ocean after, and
The whole comp of that workout.
I thought after the whole comp. That is the last workout of the comp.
No,
It comes over.
because I bet him that on reps ahead.
I said no.
He said, I'm not getting that ocean.
Well, we got to agree on it.
But I want both of y'all to get in the ocean.
You got okay,
Okay.
All right.
but if
Wait,
hey,
are we talking
hey,
on that
but if-
workout?
yeah, just
No,
yeah.
at the end of the comp.
Oh, the whole comp.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
mean,
like 2 different bets.
Yeah.
No.
I think there should be.
Will you do it
Yes.
in my budgie smugglers if we say it's the whole
You said the
comp? Will you do it in my budgie
we do
smugglers?
tomorrow's podcast in the budgie smuggler.
I don't know what that is.
It's the
The
whatever.
what I wore in the sauna.
No.
All right. Well, that's about it.
Quick reminder: I'm giving away a Rogue barbell when I hit 6,000 subscribers.
Quick reminder
Uh,
at 10,000
if
subscribers,
150
I'm giving away 2.
If 149 of you subscribe, then I will be 100 away. So subscribe.
Wait, did you just say if 149 subscribe, you'll be 100 away?
That's how many people are watching, and I'm at like
Oh, there we go.
1,750.
We got to get it by
Close.
Monday. We'll get it by Monday.
Good
get
by
you there.
Monday.
How much were you yesterday when you said that? Have you gone up at
I
all?
went up like
I
50,
did come out
60.
with
Nice.
a YouTube video today. Our Wi-Fi was acting up, so it took me a little bit.
It's
but
very good. I haven't watched it.
very good. It's our trip to Montreal.
Grace
It's
Ann
why-
put lots
if-
of work into
if
it.
you want to know why we are in 3rd place beating these 2 fellas right here, go watch that video.
If you want to know why they're in 3rd place, getting beaten by 2 other teams, go watch this video.
If you want to know why, you should subscribe to my YouTube for 2 barbells when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Go subscribe.
I think you guys have plugged your guys' channels enough.
By the way,
And-
I don't think we should be beggars.
I'm not. I'm giving them an opportunity to win a barbell.
I got one
Long
last
Long
question.
story short, if you want to see anything about us, go to the YouTube.
Will we
And
ever
drop
see
a
you
comment
three on
of
the
what
team?
our podcast name should be, because we may just be doing this.
Yeah, we do need a
After
name.
Waza.
And like a jingle to start. You should
Jingle.
sing. Have you ever seen like the Eagles? How,
girls
how
are-
they do like
No, the girls, our wives,
gonna sing?
they're gonna create an intro.
Mm,
And then
Okay.
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 That's gonna be the intro to every single episode.
There's Scott.
Another question?
Another question?
Oh, wait.
I think the girls are just gonna go live tomorrow.
Yeah, the girls need to go live.
Yeah,
we
to
had
be
we had
in the
multiple
place of
requests.
them.
That honestly
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
actually hilarious.
It would be funny. They break down the events for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I honestly would be down to just watch that.
All right, we'll do it.
Have y'all seen Grace Ann's voiceovers on my Instagram?
They're-
That's what it
they're-
would-
they
really
are
good.
really good. They are really good.
Shut up, baby.
All right.
Grace, do you have
Anyways.
anything to say?
Did you have one more?
Comment.
Saving
one more
it all for
question, Scott?
tomorrow.
One more question?
Yeah.
Yeah, will we ever see you 3 on a team?
Well, it all had to get to this point where Justin would talk to Jason. So we're one step closer.
I will say this. I've been asking Justin to be on my team since the first year we competed together.
Yeah.
So I've been asking, putting the opportunity.
And what have I said since?
No,
No. In recent times.
no.
I've said yes, you little shit.
I'm not competing on team. I'm too serious. That's what you said.
You did tell us, was it last year that if we beat you, you'd be
Yeah,
on
I
the team?
literally said last year, I was like, if my team doesn't win, I will go on a team with you guys.
And then they won.
Yeah,
and then we won.
and then we
So
won.
then I couldn't go on a team with Jason because I'd make myself a liar.
That is
But I
right.
didn't say that to Dallin, so then I went on team with Dallin.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the bet.
Honestly, man.
Yeah. So
I'm a free agent after this year.
so you're gonna explore
I'm
opportunities.
gonna explore opportunities. I'm gonna, but I mean, I like where I'm at right now. So
Yeah.
In third.
No,
Not winning.
he only cares that he's above us.
Yeah,
I like
that's
where we're
all.
at.
We
you
should
know,
be tied.
It's a 2-team
like-
competition.
I
Jason's
guess.
mind.
I
Nah.
just like I like our GM and our owner. And we
Who's
got
that?
Huh?
Who's
Caroline?
Caroline. Brent actually.
Yeah, Brent, honestly.
Brent's the owner.
All right. Well, let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I want to go to bed. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Scotty.
Sorry we got to like 2 of your questions.
I know.
Questions were just to let you guys talk. That's what everyone wants to see.
All right.
Oh, man.
Peace.
See ya.
Later. Subscribe.
Quit begging.